you can't start off with you have a lead in with a show that makes millions of viewers. 753. They're like, fuck this. This is the same shit over and over again. And it's not improving. There's nothing fresh. Like, you can see, if you look at the total viewership, you can see that SmackDown and Raw are down, but it's not like a down in like a million. It's like a consistent 7-figure number. It's not like where where they start off at a million at the beginning of, was it 2023, and and it's just flatlined into 6 to 7s, and they're not going to tout that TV deal. I know I'm just jumping around, but they're not going to tout that TV deal because it's going to be like $5 at this point. It's ridiculous.
So this, I think the biggest thing right now is, I guess the one excuse they do have is, it's not really even an excuse though, because they've been low key cheating for years with this. They've been low key cheating with the Big Bang Theory lead in. So when you think about the fact that I guess the NBA playoffs could take away from Big Bang Theory's lead in, like, their viewers, because instead of starting from 1 million, they're starting with 750K. And if you've been paying attention to the ratings, you know that first quarter of AEW does not count. It does not count. So
it was in the 7 figures before. The lead-in was 7 figures.
Right.
Now the lead-in is 753. I don't see that the NBA playoffs happen every year.
Right.
I don't see the Big Bang Theory losing through that. They can throw all the excuses they want. Like, oh, it's the NBA playoffs. I'm like, then do something better than the NBA playoffs, and do something that makes me want to watch your show.
And even then, but what I'm saying, well, because we just talk about the first quarter now, of course, but man, I said it in my last video. There was a time where they would never go below 700K. They're religiously, and I'm not even talking about the average. I'm talking about
show was below.
I'm talking about the show. Like, and then if you look at this trend line, this like dotted line above, this is the trend line. This is what they normally no. Yeah. This is the last 90 days trend. Bro, they don't touch the trend line at all. In the playoff, and Fly Dreamer, I'm sure you know, when did the playoffs start? They started in what?
Around April. Like, I know, like early April.
Right. So so of course this is the last 90 days, but it's been like this since a minute now. I think it's been like this since MJF left. Now, of course, it wasn't this low, but I always tell y'all, like, at first it was like, okay, they would touch 1 million every now and then. And then for like a year straight, for about a year straight, it was from 850 to 875K. It was like an ongoing joke that no matter what, they will get 850 to 875K. So then MJF happened. Then they started hovering between the 820s, and they were starting to get lower, but it was still never dropped below 800. Or no, it was still never dropped between like 8.25. Then we started, and then the MJF left, and then we got the Mercedes Moné, and then the Okada era. Then it was like, yo, and then it was like, okay,
we give up.
Yeah. Like, so Yuri Youngblood, I'll tell you why you should care, because, and before I get into the quarter ratings and who is actually drawing numbers and who's actually losing numbers, the reason we should care for the 1,000th time is because the mission was never to be the next TNA. The mission was never to be a company that doesn't draw a profit. The mission was never to be a company that's just surviving. No, the mission statement, the revolution was to compete with WWE, was to be a company that if you weren't being treated right in WWE, you could come here and be a star as well. Because if that's not the mission, why not just join TNA? Like, why not just buy TNA? if that's not the mission, I don't like this whole revisionist history of this is, like we're not going to compare ourselves to WWE. You compare yourself to WWE weekly when it's convenient. Yep. Like when ratings are doing good, we could talk about the ratings. You know what I'm saying? But when ratings are below 700K, all of a sudden ratings don't matter. What, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the reason ratings matter is because we don't need just one company wrestling business is awful. If y'all wasn't a wrestling fan around 2017, 2020, this shit was awful. Like people were being like, this shit was garbage. I'm talking Big Dog Roman Reigns shit. I'm talking Bobby Lashley's sisters shit. I'm talking 24/7 championship shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit was bad, and it was because there was no competition. I know some of y'all was watching Ring of Honor, but I didn't even know how to watch Ring of Honor. And
it's online. It's not even like it's like, dude. It's not like a subscription. You'd pay like $5.99 a month.
So the point is, like, I didn't know how to like. There was no real competition for WWE. So along comes AEW, and we're told, and these are people propped up. We're talking the Young Bucks. We're talking Kenny Omega. Who else? Who else was some indie darlings that never jumped to WWE?
Jack Perry.
I'd never even heard of him before. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, he was an indie darling because of his father. Then his father kicked. He was in the LA scene at least. In the LA scene.
But the EVPs,
which is basically the Young Bucks,
right? Yeah. The EVPs, the Young Bucks, and the Kenny Omegas of the world. We hear about all these 5-star matches. We hear about they're such great wrestlers. They just never had the platform, and then they're being propped up by people who constantly shit on WWE. So then along comes AEW, and there's supposed to be competition. So then, for the first 5 years, it's cool. There's ups and downs, there's mistakes and all this and that, but there's still somewhat competition. We give them passes on all their nonsense because they're a young company. But now we're 5 years in. The new car smell is gone. You know what I'm saying? The stars, the stars are gone. We've been watching you for 5 years. The excuses are gone. People are leaving your company. You're losing your core fan base. This is more than just you don't have casual viewers. No, your core fan base is giving up. The Solid Monsters.
You didn't see what Ricky Stark said?
Oh yeah, we talked about it last night. That video uploading right now.
Why am I even on the show at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the Solid Monsters are turning on you. The JD from New York are turning on you. The Suplexes aren't even watching the show anymore. He said that out his mouth verbatim.
He's not watching the show no more?
Huh? He said that. I tuned into his live stream. I tuned into his live stream when everybody was watching AEW, and you could guess what night that was. The AEW Dynamite. Everybody in the comments can guess which night everybody's tuned in to the AEW Dynamite. Y'all want to take a wild guess which night that was? So
Poke of Doom?
Basically the finger poke of doom when Goat Punk.
Damn.
Yeah, when that footage was being released. I tuned into his live stream. He said, I have not been watching AEW television. So
damn.
All Out footage. Thank you. Or was that All Out or All In? All in. Oh, it's the same fucking thing.
I get confused, bro. Between them two pay-per-views, I get real confused.
Right.
One is an NDA, one doesn't. That's the only
basically. So point being, you're losing your core fan base. They have not made $1. I've probably made 30 cents off this live stream, just basically y'all tuning in and getting ads. I've made more money off 30 minutes of this live stream that Tony Khan has made off AEW. And I'm not joking. He's lost money in his video games. He's lost money in the wrestlers he's invested in. He loses money weekly on the stadiums or the arenas he books because he can't fill out an arena. Like he's paying people more money than like he's paying single wrestlers. Chris Jericho is making more money than Cody Rhodes. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
In which segment did Cody or Jericho draw? Which one was that? Jericho drew, ironically, or no. Well, other than the first quarter, he tied for the highest rating. The highest rating was a 692. The highest rating was a 692. Well, I'm not counting that first quarter. Fuck that first quarter. And he's being paid more than Cody Rhodes. He's being paid more than CM Punk. He's being paid more than
692.
He's being paid, and here's the kicker: he's being paid more than Roman Reigns.
Oof.
To draw a 692.
This
is why ratings matter.
It doesn't taste good, does it?
When
dog food tastes better than that.
When look at TNA and tell me ratings don't matter. Look at WCW and tell me ratings don't matter. Look at ECW and tell me ratings don't matter.
It's the money. It's the money. And
it's money at the end of the day, like CM Punk was trying to tell you, at the end of the day, it's a wrestling business. It's a business. I understand Tony Khan and his family got the infinite GTA money glitch code or whatever, but at the end of the day, when you're not making money, people get stressed out. Frustration start to boil over. How many more Okadas will there be? How many more people will say, I don't give a fuck about being a star. I just want to make money. I just want to play with my friends. You're not going to get another CM Punk. You're not. CM Punks just don't fall from the sky.
They're trying to, with Okada, they're trying to, it's absolutely accurate. Cornette says, Okodi. He looks identical. It's like minus, he's Asian. Japanese.
Cody is crazy.
I mean, like, shit. It fits. It fits.
True.
Like, he dresses better than any of the other guys on the roster. He has blonde hair, and he looks. Yeah. It's like you just change the face. You can do a deep fake, and it would not be any difference.
Blade, that has me thinking. Has me thinking. AEW is to WWE what Drew McIntyre is to CM Punk. that is literally
Tandem's better.
That is literally what it is. Plus, Britt Baker don't.
But it's not even that though. It's like what Cornette and other people are saying. It's like when you look at the elite right now with Jack Perry, bro. Like Jack Perry does not look intimidating or like how the way they trying to portray him right now. You got the Young Bucks looking scrawny and pale, bro, and then you got Cody. And you put them all in a little group, they look like misfits or something. And it's like, how can we take these people serious?
Right. Like, bro, Jack Perry is literally the same height and weight as Tony Khan, bro. What is the like? What are we talking about?
Thanos snapped that guy away with one punch. Let's be honest here.
Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like at a certain point, presentation matters. And they know presentation matters, which is why they don't shoot the whole arena because half the arena is blocked off. So presentation matters. I'm not saying like I'm not. Jack Perry is built like Aubrey Edwards. That is crazy.
Oh, yeah, so I saw. I was coming on. Oh,
good lord, bro.
Hopefully she doesn't strike this video.
He just cooked him.
Fuck, man. I think she's actually taller than him, bro. But I mean,
she's a pain in the ass. That's all that matters.
Look doesn't really matter as long as look doesn't really matter as long as your character goes along with it. Like Eddie Kingston, he looks terrible, right? But he can work if he, play this part. But no, he wants to be some strong style New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler. But that's not you, bro. That's not you, and that's the biggest problem.
To make himself look like it.
And that's really the biggest problem with AEW. A lot of people trying to be something they're not. So, but yeah, 600. We're at an all-time low. Like we're officially at an all-time low. And that's not even clickbait. Blade, hold on, you gotta chill with the like we ain't even have to be disrespecting people. I just literally said we have the nicest community, and you calling people bitch ass.
He
Like,
already
yo,
ruined it.
yeah, relax, bro. Relax, Blade. Relax, bro. Relax. But yeah, I think like I told you, the reason why I personally care about the ratings is because we need a second company. We need, and not even just a second company. We don't need like just a we need competition, bro. Like I could compare this with anything. Like if you play football, like football games, Madden is terrible because they have no competition. WWE was terrible because they had no competition. Now, I'm not saying that WWE or AEW made WWE better, but I would like to think that they played a part in it. Can I be the mod of it? Yeah, of course. Can I do that from here? I gotta log into YouTube. Yeah, I got you. Just because you asked nicely, I got you. But yes, competition fosters quality. I like that quote. So we need AEW. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I don't give a fuck. Like you could tell me 1,000 times. Yes, I understand that the quality is bad, but you have to understand that we need AEW. We need, like, think about all the people. If AEW died today, if they closed doors today, think about all the people who would be out of jobs. Think about like the backstage members, the people who set up the rings, the cameraman, like the Taz has no place in WWE. JR has no place in WWE. I would personally have them in WWE, but I don't think WWE is going to stop what they're doing and make sure Taz has a place in their think about all the good people that would be out of jobs, and think about, I don't know, like I can't really, I don't know how many people remember what it was like when it was just WWE. So I really don't want to go back to that time, man. I really don't. And I'm trying not to respond to comments, but they do have an identity. AEW definitely has an identity. Their identity is, I think we all agree, their identity is we're not WWE. And right now, it's not cool to not be WWE. WWE is the cool company right now.
It's the company that sold out wrestling, sold out stadiums.
Right.
They can only do that once a year, and that's in a market that doesn't get wrestling that much. The reason the UK, I was thinking about this, the reason the UK they get the sellout is because there is no like WWE comes over there occasionally. There is no WWE in the United Kingdom. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, like.
Yeah.
There's indie wrestling all over. The reason the independent wrestling scene in the UK is so big is because that's all they get. So when a big show comes around, they pop for it. That's the only reason it works. But
happy birthday to your niece, Hassan. That's assuming that's
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. But if it's like, well, that's why when WWE, they're gonna sell out Castle, whatever that Castle pay-per-view. All like
they saying them tickets is expensive, like
and
crazy.
They still go sell it out.
They're gonna sell it out because they know they can. And it's like, oh, we didn't get Wembley. Well, because Wembley is a big stadium, and also I'm wondering what they're gonna say when it's like, so you're gonna show any more footage from here? Because I doubt that'll have any ramifications. They'll be like, please never do that again, because they probably got some people at Wembley in trouble for that. Like the guy who had to give them the footage. I don't know. It's like, because remember that there was that scandal where they're saying like it's against international law to show that the all-in footage. I don't know that even is relevant. Well, yeah. I don't know what the specifics of the law is, but apparently even Stephen P. New was saying, don't show it. You're going to get yourself in trouble, or get someone else in trouble probably, because it's against the law to show it publicly in the United Kingdom, at least. I don't know. It's a whole mess of things, but like the United Kingdom, all this stuff is like WWE set
No
stadiums
problem.
and arenas weekly. So
What's that one thing that with Wembley with Taylor Swift was performing? They asked Tony Khan to do what?
Did you do this on the Tacoma or just someone else? They apparently they're gonna apparently rush in they're gonna give her an extra day or something, or vice versa, was it?
What's going on? What happened with Taylor Swift?
Apparently she's got a concert. She's got a concert in Wembley, and they're gonna Cornette did a video on this. I can't remember how it went. They're making it basically like they're trying to make it easier for her show to get in. I don't know. It's weird. It was a weird thing. I was like, this makes no sense.
Basically, it's pushing his show back a little bit.
Setup wise, yeah.
Something like that. Oh, I was just wondering.
I just know like it really says a lot that WWE gets paid, or they're paying WWE to come in, and AEW is paying to come in. So
I didn't know that makes a lot, because it's WWE.
But that's most of WWE shows. Like they get paid to go over there.
Like they're
because what they bringing. Yeah, what they're bringing to the market. Yeah, they're bringing business like Uber, the restaurants, hotels, and stuff like. Those states and cities are eating off of it.
Right. Las Vegas is going to be like kicking.
Las Vegas is going to be.
I might go there just for that, but the gambling that they're gonna, money they're gonna make off
gambling, the gambling, the restaurant, all that, they're gonna make crazy buco money in Las Vegas. That's why they even push so hard for it not to be in Minnesota, because that's a dumb opportunity to take Minnesota off over Las Vegas. Like this is why, like it's going to be crazy next year, and I'm trying to go.
But I think it's very interesting that I might go to Vegas for the first time in my life because it looks like it'll be a fun time. I mean, when I went to Philly this year, it was like
you went to Philly?
Yeah, I went to. I didn't go to the show because it was too expensive. But it was like it was very nice. It was very it was the hotels were a little bit more pricier because everyone knew what was going on.
Yeah,
everyone knew what was going on. It's like pricier, like tickets. The hotels are more like four figures for a few days. So it's
I don't know how they doing in that cold, in that weather. Watching that show,
it was. I mean, dude, I have not seen. I'll be honest with you. I don't have no desire to watch the playback of Wembley from last year.
That's the thing, and that's the thing.
I didn't really like that show.
I remember people were saying, and I think that is the day. That is truly the day to me that AEW momentum just went away. Like, if you ask me,
friendship is bullshit.
That is the day
that friendship wins.
That is the day that AEW lost. You could make the argument that's the day. That was the nail in the coffin. When you really think about it, that was the beginning and the end of MJF. Just like that title reign, that lost all momentum. The whole that's, I guess, really this whole CM Punk going to WWE thing, that was, I mean, even though really CM Punk was done before that, he's admitted it, but that really just like was the end of a chapter for AEW, and they hang their hat on that so much. And I get it. It's a huge accomplishment, and they should be very proud of themselves. But they also got to realize the context that goes into that of really, if you really want to do that again, if you should be aiming to do that here. You know what I'm saying? You should be aiming to do that here. And they're obviously not going to be able to repeat that success because it's the obvious law of diminishing returns. So really, you have to understand and really take note of, like, okay, why did we have our biggest show ever in a foreign country? It's because all of your stars are bigger stars in foreign countries. You're a bigger company in foreign countries. Now, I understand it kind of is the same way with WWE. Like, there are literally hotels in India named after Roman Reigns in India. But when you think about like Okada, I'm pretty sure he's the biggest star. Like, he's a way bigger star, and nobody really knows him in North America. Like, so AEW, if AEW could somehow travel weekly, like in foreign countries, they would do fine. But unfortunately, they have yet to master the mundane. They have yet to master where their actual fan base is, or where they actually need to be making money. And they're working backwards. They're hustling backwards. Like, how are you how do you master, like, how do you have such a foreign fan base, and you can't even sell out a college arena? You can't even, like, they haven't sold out a show in over a year.